What's up, everybody? Let me move this down a little bit. So listen, first off, once again, I'd like to thank each and every last one of you beautiful humans that's been tuning in to my videos, that knows how to read between the smoke and mirrors, that enjoys my work. Now, those of you that's been new to this channel, new subscribing, greatly appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Trust and believe, who you see right here is who you will always see. I've been the same exact way from the beginning of time. From the moment I was able to open my mouth and put words together, I was always told, you need to shut up, you talk too much, because I always called everyone out on their bullshit, because I'm a right is right, wrong is wrong. And with that being said, it's best that I let you guys know why I stopped eating Oreos on camera. I stopped taking Patron as a pre-workout on camera, and period. Because why? It was sending the wrong message. Nobody had to tell me that. I used my medulla oblongata. I used my brains to realize that, Mac, now that you are at 15,000 subscribers, you are becoming a role model. So you have to leave a better example. So I didn't have to wait to be called out on it. However, I'm going to go ahead and call myself out on it. Why? Because if I can dish it, I can take it. And let's not forget, for for years, since 2017, people was sending attacks on me behind me standing up for myself to someone that was doing a little bit too much of the flip of the lip. That's no here or there. I still was who I am, and I still never misled anyone, and I still never tried to convince someone that the sky is not blue. Shout out to myself for that. Now, I went to New York City. That's when Jim Gang and I was getting to be more acquainted before everything went left, and I had to dismantle their shit. They forced me to dismantle their shit. They forced me to let that street guy come out. They forced all of that. I hate when people see that side. Truly do. That's why I leave that street shit in the streets. I leave my family stuff where my family stuff is, and I leave my genuine, who I am, humble all the time, all that separate. So I was there, and they gifted me Patron, because everybody know Patron is my favorite hard liquor. You got those that say, oh, Patron is crap. I don't care. That was my favorite hard liquor. I love me some tequila, and I love me some whiskey. So I was drinking Patron the whole entire workout, and it didn't dawn on me that the dudes was getting a kick out of it, because they thought I was going to get sloppy drunk, be falling all over the weights. I'm not that type of drinker. You know, I said in the podcast with Leslie and Dave Palumbo that I only drunk like that because I was good at it. I could drink all day long and don't get belligerent. I don't get angry. I don't do nothing. I could just drink and still operate. Now, that didn't make it a good thing. You see what I'm saying? Yes, I would do my yearly checkups, just regular checkups. And if I feel any sort of thing, go to my doctor, right? Always was in good bill of health. No high blood pressure, no diabetes, no thyroid issues, no scares, no heart issues. Always been pretty good, regardless of how much I drunk, how much I would drink, and how frequent, which was every day. Now, while they were watching me, hoping that I would get belligerent, I didn't. And then all of a sudden it took off. Everybody knew that Mac Truck do Patron as a pre-workout. Everyone would try it. And I was like, at first, I was getting a kick out of hearing people's is actually trying it. Then I had to look at the bigger picture. I'm like, wait a minute. Now I think I was up to like 17, 18,000 subscribers. I was like, wait a minute. These people's is jumping on your stuff because they see that you raw, you're a rebel. I said, I think it's best I don't do Patron as pre-workouts on on this camera or even going to the gym. I slowly pulled off of all of that. Now, why was I doing pre-workouts for Patron for my pre-workout? It's because I got laser sharp focus. I would go in the gym, I won't communicate, I'll just work out. I do my job, I get out, I was in the gym 40, 45 minutes. Now I noticed that once I stopped doing that, I became more sociable, willing to help those while I'm there, willing to give up information, take my time in the gym. Do it have me in the gym much longer? Absolutely, but I love it. Why? Because the people that I'm helping is really trying to learn this. And I didn't, and a lot of us didn't have that when we was getting into this bodybuilding world. Those that would talk to it was only trying to make some money off of us by selling us some cheap gear. But I mean by gear, cheap steroids that was super watered down, that wasn't really what it was, and it harmed more people's than didn't help. So I stopped the Patron. Now the Oreos, if it wasn't from me training and eating Oreos, getting caught on camera by Dave Burlett in Gold's Gym when me and Rich was sitting down chilling, if it wasn't for the Oreos, I would have never met Dave Burlett. I would have never became family with Jay Cutler. And it's a lot of you guys that I would have never had the opportunity to consider you guys as great supporters / family members if it wasn't from the Oreos. So a lot of good came from the Oreos. Jay would just say, Big Mac truck, you're gonna be famous one day for those Oreos, but you gotta stop eating Oreos in bodybuilding. So I would listen to him, but I was so addicted to carrying those freaking cookies to the gym, whipping them out in the gym and just eating Oreos, and people are just looking at me like, sorry about that. People were just looking at me like, what the hell? I'm in here busting my ass, and this dude is eating snacks, sugary stuff. And this was before I was even taking insulin. The one thing that I knew was while I trained, my insulin levels would drop. So I would keep spiking it with the cookies and the sugar. So I was doing it. It was a method behind my science. So I was doing it for those purposes. And I would still blast and get through. Me and Viking had it bad for going in the gym, destroying weights. We used to always lift heavy ass weights for reps for years. This was way before 5% nutrition. This was way before Love It, Kill It. We was in there for years, demolishing the gym. When we walk in, we was like the Bushwhack brothers. You know, they already knew. They're warming up on a bench with 225 on the incline. Then they're going to take it all the way up to the 400 club. Everybody knew. They knew when we come in, we curling. We ain't starting off with no dumbbells under freaking 60. So they knew this. And we were going ham. And I think around that time was maybe 185 pounds at my heaviest. So you couldn't tell me much of anything. And so what I started realizing by the time I hit maybe in my 20-something thousands of subscribers is that everyone was buying Oreos. A lot of pro bodybuilders was coming out of the closet admitting that they eat Oreos and everything. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't expect this to take off the way it did. So I pulled back because the one thing I don't want to do is promote something like that, because you have those that have diabetes or have sugar issues without even knowing at the moment, trying this shit. You see what I'm saying? Trying to eat these Oreos and work out, potentially putting their body in a deficit. You see what I'm saying? So, and no, I wasn't misleading anyone. I was truly doing this solely for myself. You know, I wasn't saying this is a challenge. I wasn't saying everybody should try this. This is great. It makes me feel amazing. I didn't even say what it made me feel like. I wasn't doing anything like that. So I wasn't misleading. But the one thing that I did know is that I'm becoming a role model and I'm becoming a voice, and that I had to really not only do this for myself, but it was bigger than me. So I started making sure that I do certain things a whole lot different and a whole lot smoother. I'm still learning as I go when it comes to maturity, you know, of my delivery and everything else. So that's why I have not been promoting Patron or Oreo cookies while I train. Mac, do you still do Patron for pre-workout? Absolutely not. I don't desire to drink unless certain occasions, and that's rare because I mainly was drinking, like I say, because I was good at it. And being on so much liquor, it made it easy for me to do the stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing without even really thinking twice. It made it easy for me to do it and get away with the shit. Am I proud of it? No. Would I change any of it? Absolutely not, because it made me who I am, you see. Now, Mac, what about the Oreos? Are you doing the Oreos when you train? Every blue moon, I keep some Oreos in my bag. I mainly keep real Rice Krispie treats in my bag because of what? When I'm taking my insulin. Those are the reasons why. But just whipping them out, eating them in front of everyone, nah, I'm not doing that. I don't even want to get caught on camera doing that because why? I don't want any of you guys to think that it's cool to just pump your body with all this freaking sugar, because you can't be an idiot like Cali Muscle and not know what your body is allergic to food wise and what your body can't eat when you're a grown up. Everybody should know what their body can take and handle. Everybody should know what foods work well with their body. Everyone should. Why? Because don't nobody know your body better than you. So you just pay close attention to it. You don't have to go get a test to know, oh, when I drink milk, I get gassy, I get upset stomach, so I'm gonna still drink it. No. You lactose intolerant. You don't need a paperwork to tell you that. You don't need paperwork to tell you that too much salt is not good for you. But you have these grown-ups lying, talking about they didn't know, which is a cop-out. Man, you're hating on them. No, I hate stupidity. I hate a person that throw a stone and hide their hand. You see what I'm saying? That's what I hate. And the one thing that I hate is a liar. Because the truth is so much better. Why? Because you don't ever have to remember what it was that you said you did or done. But a lie, you can't ever remember them. That's when you become a contradictor. Anywho, we're not going to make this video about that dude. I just used that example, which is a fact, to clarify why I won't mislead and won't blame. I didn't know what I was doing with the Oreos and the Patron because I knew exactly what I was doing for myself. It's just once I became more of a role model and a voice for the regular peoples out there that don't use their voice or use it and their voice not heard, I knew that I had to move a whole lot better than this. I had to move a whole lot smoother. So anyway, it's the People's Champ. Giving it to you gun barrel straight, raw and uncut, no filter. Those that don't like us, F them. Those that do, we love you. Until next time, I'll holler at y'all later. Hit the thumbs up, like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can stay on top of all this content. Because guess what? Ain't nobody else gonna really keep it real. No one. So why not us? That's what we doing on this channel.